Welcome to Sweethearts or Rivals. I'm Charla.
I'm Justin.
And this time we're going to be talking about Rococo.
Rococo, the fancy dress party game.
That's right. It doesn't say that under the title.
No.
That's just what we say.
That's right.
This game is good for 2 to 5 players. It's going to play in about 1 to 2 hours. And it's good for ages 12 and up.
Yep.
The copy we have is published by Eagle Games.
And Eggertspiel. Alright, so we're going to set it up, show you how to play a little bit, and then come back and give you our final thoughts.
We'll be right back. So what we have set up here is a Rococo for a 2-player game.
Yep.
The setup's not too much different between it. It's not any different between a 2-player game and a...
Not really. You flip the board over and it's for 4 to 5 players, so there's more spaces.
Right.
That's about it. We each start off with 1 spool of thread, 1 block of lace, $15. We have all of our property markers in our own color. We have our starting deck of 5 employees.
In their own color?
Yep. And we start off with 2 apprentices. One that gives you the bonus action of taking an extra warehouse supply run action. One gives us a bonus of $2. We start off with 1 journeyman, which is kind of the middle man of skillage. And he has the bonus action of paying $1 to get a spool of thread or a block of lace. And then we start with 2 masters. And they don't have any special abilities.
Not the beginning masters. No.
But they're masters.
Yeah.
This is our starting deck of employees, and that goes on this side of our player board.
Face down.
Yep. So that's the setup. We got our money. We have the first 4 employees ready to be hired. We got a warehouse full of supplies, and then we got all the blueprints for dresses and coats that we could make.
They're patterns.
Patterns, there we go.
Yeah.
Patterns, good. All right, and then we got our prestige points, our victory point piles here. There's no track for this game. You just pick them up, put them face down, so that way nobody really knows who's winning until the very end.
Right. And
then the game of Rococo, it goes over 7 rounds, and the way that you track that rounds is there's this deck here. There are a bunch of level 1 cards, level 2 cards, level 3 cards, level 4 cards, level 5 cards, and level 6 cards. And you shuffle each of the levels separately, and you put all the 6 down, and then 5 on top, then 4, 3, 2, and 1. So every round you lay out 4, and they get progressively more powerful. At the end of the round, any of them that haven't been hired are out. So there's just enough cards for exactly 7 rounds. So, well, Rococo is a fancy dress party. You play a fancy dress maker, tailor, or
seamstress.
There we go. And you're getting ready for like the biggest party of the year, of the Rococo era, whatever that was. I don't know history. Anyway, this is where the party's taking place. Here's all the fancy dresses you're doing, but you're not just doing fancy dresses. You're trying to get favor from the queen. You're trying to hire more people. You're sending them off to work for the king. You're trying to rent out those dresses to prestigious people who are going to be as close to the king as possible to get points. You're getting fireworks. You're getting musicians. You're funding art and statues to throw the best party possible.
Yeah.
Seems like the theme I can get behind.
Yeah.
Party! So how we play is we have our starting deck, and we start off with 5. And what you do is you don't draw them randomly. You look through and you choose the 3 employees that you're going to be using for this round.
Mm-hmm. And you have to choose carefully because the actions that you can do will be dependent on which person that you have in your hand.
Absolutely.
Certain people can't do everything.
Once you've chosen those 3, they kind of go off to the side. That's your hand. The rest of them stay here for the next round. And then as you use them, you put them in your discard. So there's a lot of deck management and a little bit of deck building involved in the game.
Right.
Did you want to go over what the 3 different kinds are and the actions they can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are 3 different kinds. We mentioned it quickly. There's an apprentice.
Yep.
That has, you can tell by the outline on the card and or the type of thimble they have. So he's got a doll looking thimble and he's an apprentice. He can buy fabric.
Yep.
And there's player 8 on here with iconography so you can see easily what they can do. He can buy decorations or musicians or fireworks up at the top row.
Yep.
And he can depute. It's not firing, but
No.
it's like firing.
Yeah. Basically, you tell them, go work for the king, and they go work for the king, and you get money.
Right. So that's what the apprentice can do.
Yep.
And then there's the journeyman. So he's the middle of the road. He's got a silver thimble and a needle. And he can do all the actions an apprentice can do.
Yep.
Plus, he can, where is it?
Right here.
He can get favor from the queen.
Yep.
So that's what you do there. You'll get that card to remind you that you'll be first player next time. And you'll get $5.
Yep.
5 coins.
And if you have favor of the queen on the very last round, you get an extra 3 victory points as well.
And also, the journeyman can make dresses.
Yep.
Unless they have a gold thimble on them, then that's where you get the master.
Yep.
The master has to make gold thimble pattern dresses, and he is the only one that can hire new employees. And if you make a dress with your master, you can put them in the golden thimble spots.
Yep. So the master can build, not build, I keep saying build, but it's not really build. What is it?
So?
Sew. Okay. Can sew together.
Construct.
There we go. Excellent. Can construct any of the dresses, but only the master can construct master dresses.
Right.
But if the master creates any dress, they can go into these master spots. And those are important later on.
Right.
So those are the different actions that you can do with your employees. Shall I go over the different actions and how they work, and then say how to win?
Yep.
All right, excellent. So this is the king's favor up here, or the queen's favor, sorry. Pretty straightforward. We kind of already said it. You get $5 immediately. First player next round. If it's the last round, you get 3 points. Down here, this is where you hire. So you got your 4 possible employees. If you go here and hire, and all 4 of them are there, it's going to cost you $5. If you go there to hire and there's only 3 cards left, it's going to cost you $3. If you go there to hire and there's only 2 cards left, it's only going to cost you $1. And if there's only 1 card left, they're free. And when you hire a new card or a new employee, the card doesn't go away for next round. It goes immediately into your hand, which means that round you're going to be able to play
extra action.
That hireling as extra action. So that's nice. But only the master can do that. Now the warehouse down here, we've got 3 warehouses. If you look into one warehouse and all 3 of the tiles are there, you can buy one of them for $2. If one of them's gone already, you can buy one of the 2 remaining tiles for $1. And if there's only 1 tile there, you can get it for free. Okay. But there's 3 levels or 3 warehouses, and they all work the same way. So if you had this left over, that would be free, but buying from either of these warehouses is still going to cost you $2. When you buy one of the supplies, the top is going to show you how much material you have and what color, or you can immediately get rid of it for what's on the bottom, which is either going to be blocks of lace or spools of thread. But you got to make that choice as soon as you buy this. You can't decide to change it in later.
Right. And then those are what you use to make these.
Yep.
So say if you wanted to make this dress, you'd have to use a master.
Yep.
You'd have to have 2 in a combination of tiles on those, and you'd also have to have a spool of thread.
Yep.
And it would cost you 0. These 2 cost 0, and then they get progressively more expensive up the line.
Yep. At the end of each round, if the 2 dresses over here that are free are left over, they're gone.
And then you shift down.
Everything shifts down. You fill it back in.
Refill.
Yep.
So what happens after you buy a dress?
After you buy a dress, you have a choice. You can immediately discard it for the money value down here. So you can just sell the dress off and make some cash. Or you can flip it over and you can decide that you're going to rent it out to someone of prestigious status, and then you can place them somewhere in the party. There are 5 halls. There's the top hall, which is the King's Hall. Then there's these 2 small halls. These are actually 2, and they give you some points. Then you got this hall here and this hall here. So there's the 5 halls. If you had a master create it, you can go to one of these golden thimble master spots, and those will be important for breaking ties. Or you can just decide to put it wherever you want. So let's say I built this. It's a 5 point. I'm going to put it right here. And because I put it there, I'm going to get a bonus of $1. And then I put my marker on it. And that shows that I made that dress.
Right.
Now the reason that's important is, 1, you're going to get points for it at the end of the game. That dress is going to make me 5 points. That's a pretty nifty dress. But at the end of the game, when you're scoring points, each of these halls is going to be
area control.
Area control.
So whoever has the most dresses in each hall gets the points.
Yep.
In a 2-player game, the second amount of points is disregarded.
Yep.
But say this hall here, 5 points for the area control, and the person in say a 3 to 5 player game,
yep,
the second place majority would have 2 points.
Yep. If there's a tie, what breaks the tie is who has the most dresses in the master spots. Mm-hmm. And you notice they're in the King's Hall, they're closest to the king. If there's still a tie, each hall has a musician, so whoever has their marker on the musician spot is going to break the tie. If there's still no, if there's still a tie somehow, then what happens is first and second place both get the first place points, and then nobody gets the second place points. So area majority for the 5 halls. You can also buy fireworks up here.
And that's important for endgame scoring.
Yep. This was right here.
Yes.
The fireworks are also an area majority. It's not a hall, but it works very similar. Mm-hmm. Plus it gives you bonus points. You can buy the statues, and the statues allow you to get bonus points for having sets of all 4 colors of dresses. You can build on the fountain, and the fountain is going to give you extra income.
On the top row, it is 1 coin for every decoration, so anything like this outlined in a circle.
Yep.
And on the bottom row, it's 1 coin for every dress you have in a hall.
Yeah. And there is also some bonuses for the first person to get a property or an ownership marker in all 5 of the halls. Gets a bonus 6 points. Whoever does it second gets a bonus of 2 points.
And I think that's
Rococo.
Right.
Yep.
And how do you win?
How do you win? At the very end, you go through all the scoring, and whoever has the most prestige points is the winner.
Yep.
Has thrown the best part of the ball, or has contributed the most to this awesome fancy dress party, and has impressed the king and the queen. You're a first player.
So, awesome.
So first we have to choose our 3.
Our 3 people.
Yep.
Well, it's going to be these ones for me.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do,
mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm going to buy a person. Whoops.
Hire a new employee.
Yes.
So we got 4.
It's going to cost me 5.
Yep.
And I'd like to have the Monsieur Master.
Just going to take the master.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, what am I going to do? If I use my master to buy a new employee, I will not be able to build any master dresses.
And one of the free ones is a master dress.
Yeah,
actually,
but you can't build that anyway. There's no 2 bales of red.
I see that now. Yeah. But even these 2 lower money ones are masters too.
Yep.
Tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't like that.
It's all drawn by random.
Yeah. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to send my apprentice out. I'm going to send him out to the warehouse to buy some supplies, which is going to cost me $2. I get 3 back. And he's going to buy me this right here. And then he has the bonus action of buying again. So he's going to spend $1. And he's going to buy this one right here.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it both for the materials, and it's your go.
So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to send him out to the store, and he is going to buy for me. Let me see. What was I planning on building? Right. What'd you buy? Yep, I can still do it.
I bought a whole bunch of green.
So I have 10, so I'm going to need 8 back, please.
8, 5.
I'm going to take this
7,
material.
8. There you
Thanks. And then he also is the same card, so he's going to buy. Well, he's just going to get this one for free.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's going to keep it for the material.
Okay.
It's your go.
All right. So now I'm going to send my master out to build a master suit. This one right here, which is going to cost me $1. And it's going to cost me 3 green. Unfortunately, I have an extra green and an extra red that's being wasted, but can't help that. And a block of silk. So now I can cash this in for $23 right now. That's a lot of cash.
That is.
But it's also worth 4 points.
And it's a master.
Yep. So, right here, King's right-hand man. There we go. That's going to help for a majority of that one.
And you don't have a bonus action on him?
Nope. No bonus.
So my turn will be... He's going to go out to the fabric store again for me. And he's going to get me some yellow. This one will only be $1.
Nice.
And his bonus action is $1. Can get me a thread or a lace.
Okay.
And he's going to get me a lace, please.
Block of lace. There you go. Right on. Alright. So now I got my last guy. He's a journeyman. I got to figure out what I'm going to send this guy off to get. There's a whole lot of things there. If I want to get that for next round. So, I'm going to send him to buy some supplies. So he's going to go to the warehouse. And he is going to buy this right here. So that will cost him 2. And he also has a special ability of buying supplies as well. So let's see. That's going to cost 1. So I'm going to get 7 back. 6, 7. And that will give me that and a block of lace. There.
My last card is a master.
Nice.
And he's going to give me $1 for my extra action. And he's going to build me a dress. I planned backwards. Anyway, doesn't matter. This one. For this one, and a lace.
And a lace. Nice.
And he's a master.
Yep.
So I better get up here in this hall here so Justin doesn't just take right over.
Oh, nice. We're both trying to put our bug in the ear of the king.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So that's the end of the first round. We get income, which is a base of $5 to begin with.
And we didn't put anything in the fountain, so we don't get any extra income.
These are all gone.
This is discarded, and these move down.
And we get some new hirelings.
And then we draw from the bag. A red one. Oh, another red one. And a green one. And then we replenish. These don't get wiped.
Nope.
But we just add to them.
Now for our new employee possibilities, we have an apprentice who has a bonus action of You reach into the bag and pull a random supply out for free. Normally in the game, the game just says to put them in stacks face down, but we like using the bags. Another apprentice that will get you a free silk or thread. Another apprentice that will give you 1 prestige point for every 2 decorations that you have funded and have your markers on. And then we have a journeyman that will allow you to take one of the cards from your deck and deport them. And you get cash for it, but you don't get to use their bonus ability.
Right.
So instead of having to take a card and say, this is my action, get rid of that card, you can get rid of it from within your deck.
You depute from here.
Which is really good for that deck management.
Yes.
Now for this round, I only have 2 cards.
Me too.
Yeah. So we take those 2 cards and put them aside because we need to use
those.
But then we take our discards.
And we can choose any one of these.
Yep. But just 1.
And it's always good to save a master. You don't want to be stuck without having a master in your deck.
Nope.
For next round.
And then what I don't choose goes back down there. And I believe we are ready to begin.
And I'm still first player?
You are indeed.
So, let's see here. I am going to... I think I'll build a dress with my master.
Okay.
And I have enough materials that I can just build right away.
Nice.
I'm going to build this one here, so it costs me $1, a yellow and a green and a lace.
Okay.
And that's a master dress.
Nice.
And I think I'm going to put it in a spot where I can get a bonus.
Okay.
A bonus one of those. So that's a bonus tile from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put this right on here.
Nice.
And let's see, let's look ahead. I think I'll take that one.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to send out my journeyman. And my journeyman is going to buy some supplies. So the journeyman needs to buy me this right here. And that would only cost me 1. But special ability is spend 1 to get either a thread or a lace. So he's going to give me lace. Here we go.
Okay. So I just realized I have enough money that I can build another master dress.
Nice.
Right, this one.
Yep.
And this one.
Yep.
To build this for $2.
You change?
Thanks.
Okay. Nice.
I'm just wondering, I mean, it feels so bad to get the money for a master dress like that, but it's $22.
$22 selling the awesome dress. $22. 22. There's a big cash influx.
Thanks.
Nice. Alright. I have an apprentice. I'm sending the apprentice out. Buy me supplies. What supplies do I want? I'm going to take this for free. Yep. And then he gives me $2. Apparently on his way back, he pickpockets some poor schmuck.
Could have found it on the street.
Could have found it on a street. And here you go.
And my last guy is an apprentice. Oh, it's the same man.
Yep.
He is going to buy me a firework.
Oh, fireworks. $22.
Planning for the end of the game.
Nice. On our live playthrough, that move right there won me the game.
Sure did.
Yeah. All right, and I have a master. My master is going to build me a... Oh, right, and you get $2.
Thanks.
Found it on the sidewalk.
Well, I think maybe someone gave it to him.
There we go.
Because he, like, saved their dog from a carriage or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Seems likely.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what happened in the old days.
I don't know. So, block of lace. It cost me $3 for this one.
This one?
Yep. Blue and green. Built by a master. I could cash this in for $26. Or I could just...
Get some points with it.
Yeah. It's a 5-pointer. I like that. The 5-pointer is very good. And the 5-pointer is going to go right up here.
Interesting maneuver.
Yeah, which is going to give me one of these for free. I've already got 2 yellow. So I might as well go for...
Doesn't matter.
Might as well go for some more yellow. For free.
So that's the end of the round.
And that's the end of the round.
So, say if this is what we ended up with.
Yep. Do you like final points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as an example.
As an example. All right. Now, there's a handy dandy little card that shows you how to do the points. But to be honest, it's not the best. So what you do is I just go through the back of the book. Because you do it step by step. Oh, we didn't get our income.
Oh, thanks.
Our income at the end of the round.
Right.
All right. So the first thing we do is we score money, and you get 1 prestige point for every $10 you throw back to the bank.
Oh, here you go.
Okay, so I got 1, you got 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks.
The employee cards, the last 6, or maybe just the last 4 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can give you some bonus points. Bonus points for having a really large employee base. Bonus points for having dresses and suits in pairs. Bonus points for every 2 dresses you have on the master spots. And then this guy here, you can take 1 spool of thread and 1 block of lace. You can trade in for 3 points, and you can trade in as much as you have.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that at the beginning of the game, so you can build a strategy towards getting that.
Right.
So we don't have any of those. If any of us had the Queen's Favor, that would give us 3 points right now. But we don't have that either. Because we only played 2 rounds. Then we go through majority of each of the 5 halls. So we go to the King's Hall. I've got 2, you've got 1, which means I get 6 points.
I'm the only lonely person here, so I get 5 points in that one.
There you go.
Thanks.
There's no other halls.
Right.
Okay, majority in the fireworks.
Oh,
that would
that's
be
me.
you.
I get 6 points.
6 points. There you go. Watch the fireworks from the terrace.
So I get to move one of my people.
From the King's Hall.
Usually you'd want a really high-pointed person, but she's a 2-pointer. She's the only one I have, so she goes up there.
I don't have any fireworks, so I can't move anyone up there.
No.
But instead of that dress being worth 2 points, that dress is going to be worth 6 now.
points.
Ouch. I don't think I'm winning. Of course, it was only the
In
second
2
round.
rounds, yeah.
Then we do the statues. Nobody got any statues down here, but if one of us had a statue, let's say Charlotte got the statue. She has 2 yellow dresses. Well, that's only going to give her 2 points. I have 2 green suits. That's only going to give me 2 points. You're looking for sets. 1 green, 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 red. And if you have 1 full set and 1 statue, that's going to give you 8 points, which is a lot in this game.
Mm-hmm.
If
and
you
if
have,
you have 2 sets, you need to buy 2 statues.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Property markers. So now we go through and just score all the property markers on the board. So Charlotte's got 6, 7, 8. There you go.
Thanks.
And then I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow. That's 1 point more.
And that is it.
You count up your points, and whoever has the most points is the winner.
Yep, the most prestigious contributor to the party of the century.
20.
20. Wow, I had 16.
There you go.
Nice.
2 rounds.
2 rounds. That wasn't too bad at all. And of course, we have a full playthrough, and I'll put a link somewhere on the screen, so you can go check that out too.
There you go. We're going to pack it up a little bit, and then we're going to be back and give you our final thoughts.
We are back, madame.
Oh my.
Well, it's a fancy dress party. You have to have manners and stuff. We're back! That's better. So, Rococo.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed our little playthrough that we did, and the explanation might have gone a little bit long, but that's okay.
There's a lot to the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a meaty game.
Yeah. So what do you think of the components?
I like the components. I like that they have purple as a player color. And I like that they have wooden discs for the player pieces. It's nice.
Yeah.
The cardboard that they used is super thick and durable. The only thing, the board is pretty, but it's a little dark. I mean, it makes sense because balls happen at night.
Yeah.
But
and there's fireworks at the top, so
yes,
it would have to be
it would
kind of
have
dark.
to be at dark or at night. But I think the
It
components
does show off the lovely
excellent.
fireplaces and the chandeliers and the
It's
candles.
true, yeah. It's very pretty.
Yeah. The cards are nice, but I do notice that there is a little bit of wear.
Yeah,
Not
if
a ton.
we played this really a lot,
Yeah, we'd
which
sleeve
I
it.
can imagine, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to sleeve them.
Yep.
What do you think about the strategy of this game?
The strategy of this game is really, really, really great. It's a really excellent blend of long-term strategy, a little bit of randomness and luck, but not a lot. You don't know what supplies are going to come out in the warehouse.
Or what dresses.
Or what dresses.
Or the order of the employees.
Yeah. The order of the employees is a little bit standardized. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4, like the levels, but you don't know which level ones are going to come out this round. And if you miss that opportunity to get the employee this round, they're gone.
That's it.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of randomness, but not a lot. But that little bit of randomness and not knowing what your opponents are going to be doing also brings in that short-term tactics where you have to constantly adapt. I was going to go for that dress. Oh, you just took it, and now what am I going to do? Exactly. So it's almost a perfect blend, at least for what we like in our games, where nothing is too much.
Yeah, it's not slanted one way or the other.
Yeah.
Towards randomness.
Exactly. One thing that's going to really, really help your strategy in this game is getting used to all the bonus abilities of the employees. Getting to know what's in level 1, what's in level 2, what's in level 3, especially knowing what the end game bonus special abilities are for the last employees, because, for example, one of them is having a really big deck of employees. If you don't constantly build that before you get the card, by the time you get the card, it's too late. You're not going to get any bonus points for it.
Right.
So knowing that is going to help your strategy big time. And there are a couple places on the board where you get big bonuses. That fireworks, the ×3 fireworks, that can be huge. So knowing those little really, really important spots is also going to help your strategy. So yeah, good blend.
Exactly. Yep.
What about the complexity?
Complexity?
Yeah.
Well, the rulebook is good. It's straightforward. It's got lots of diagrams.
Pictures and examples, yeah.
Examples, yep. It's excellent. The teachability, well, we basically taught it. I'm not sure how many minutes it took, but I don't find it's overly hard to teach. There's just there's a lot of different sections of what you can do.
Yep.
So for maybe a first-time player, it might be a little complicated, but I mean, if you've got some experienced players, it's not going to be too complex for them.
Not too bad.
It doesn't take long to set up.
No, not at all.
And once you get the hang of everything you can do with your workers and all the different actions and things you want to aim for, it's not a difficult game at all.
No. I think the big complexity for me is the end game scoring, knowing that, because if you go and if you play the game not knowing that end game scoring is a big surprise. There's no point tracker on the board. Any prestige points you get, most of them are going to be right at the end. So knowing how the end game scoring works is important. And then the deck management, which is a mechanic we're seeing a lot more in several games, and it's really neat. But knowing how to manage that so that, you know, next round you're going to get good bonuses, not just this round.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, not too complex.
Nope.
Just unique.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How's the playability on this one?
Playability. The playability is really good. The mechanics and the theme work. Everything you're doing makes thematic sense. That being said, I could see a different theme on it and it still work. Something where you're building or constructing and getting ready for some big do. So like it could almost be like a war game and you're building weapons and it's area control of the battlefield or something like that. But I mean,
I like the fancy dress party.
Yeah. When you first say fancy dress party game, I'm like, I'm out of here. But
even when I heard fancy dress party, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's give it a try.
Yeah. But it works really well.
It does. Yeah.
And if you can get into the idea of there being a lot of political intrigue going on at this big fancy party and that your victory points are prestige, it's very cutthroat.
It is.
Yeah.
For sure.
That area control and trying to get everything right there before they get it. Oh, yeah. You get like really
really tense. And it's like your heart's almost beating out of your chest. Can't wait for your turn.
Yeah. It scales really well from what we've played. Of course, the number of players is going to adjust the length, but once you get into the gameplay and you know what you're doing, the gameplay is really quick. Like, put my worker down, this is what I'm doing, this, done, your turn.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And is it replayable? Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, you would almost think it would be kind of samey, but it's not, because there's so many different strategies you can take to see which one kind of works the best.
Yeah.
Because you can focus on your deck, or you can focus on area control, or you can really focus on the decorations. Or...
Yeah, a lot of different paths to victory.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm kind of looking forward to exploring as we play it more, is trying some different strategies. I've tried a couple that have worked.
Yeah.
But there's a couple I'd like to try to see if they work too. And
the reason why it's worker placement, but it's not that cutthroat worker placement, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because if someone kind of blocks you, it's like, okay, I'll just adjust here and I'll go around this way. Like, you can come at it at a different angle and still get to where you want to be.
Yeah. I like it. It's good. So, does it have the awesomeness or the cuteness?
It has the cuteness.
Yes, it does. It's fancy
dress party.
It's very
cute. Yeah. You can't say that this game is not cute. The only thing, like I mentioned before, the game board is dark, but it makes sense. You're not going to have a ball in the middle of the day.
No. The iconography is great, so it's very functional.
The art's really nice.
Yeah. The awesomeness that this game has is in that tense rivalry that comes out from when you're playing it. Area control can get pretty tense, trying to sneak in and steal areas out from somebody else, get those extra points. When you get to those last couple turns, you're really focusing intensely on how to maximize the points that you're going to get, big time. Rating of the game.
I think it's an excellent game.
Yes, excellent game.
It is awesome.
The mechanics are like just perfect. Like, they're so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an excellent game.
Yep. Did we finish the game as sweethearts or rivals? We finished the game as
rivals.
This is definitely a rival game.
For sure.
It is tense. It is cutthroat. And I can't really say it's backstabbery, but I mean, there are ways you can mess up other players.
Yes.
Especially if you're paying attention to what they're going for.
And also, when you're buying the employees, you can really, get that one that you probably see someone has an eye on it.
Yeah. And
not the last game we played, but the game before that we played. The person that went before me, almost every single time, they did the action I was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can work around it because I won that game. But it's like, you've got to be kidding again? Really? It's fun.
Yeah. And the great thing is even when that happens, there's always some kind of payoff. So, yeah, you didn't get the employee you wanted, but if you still go get an employee, they're now a lot cheaper.
Right.
Yeah. So there's those payoffs that take a little bit of the sting out of it.
Yeah. It's really cool. Anyway,
so that's Rococo.
We like it.
We do. We'll be playing more.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.